welcome to another episode of the Wrestling Collector Zone. Today what I have for you is a video on the WWE Network, doing basically a breakdown. The reason I am doing this was, just like I had did before, I did the New Japan video, doing a breakdown on the New Japan Pro Wrestling World. Now I'm doing a breakdown on the WWE Network. The cost of that is $9.99 a month. If you subscribe to that, they also have a free version now where you can watch some of the stuff for free. I'm not sure what content they have for free though, because I haven't looked at the free version. I've subscribed to it. And I'm today going to do just a breakdown of kind of what's available on the WWE Network to watch. And then we will be doing overall after this video, and the New Japan video will go up. We are then going to do a WWE Network versus New Japan World video, doing overall just a quick overview on each of them, and then actually me saying which one I think is more worth the subscription. If you were to have to choose on one, what I would choose. Alright, so let's get down to it with the WWE Network. Now with the WWE Network, there's quite a few different wrestling subscriptions out there now that you can subscribe to, such as like New Japan World, there's High Spots, their subscription service, there's RF Video subscription service, there's Ring of Honor subscription service, there's Impact's Wrestling subscription service, and so on and so forth. But with WWE Network, they have been around the longest so far on it, and WWE, what they have overall over the other companies is the fact of that they have one of the larger libraries available to them, because they own multiple wrestling libraries dating back to territory days of like certain territory companies like AWA, stuff like that. So that's the big overall thing, and the big up about WWE Network is that they have so much library content that's available to them. They have a ton that is actually on the WWE Network, and they have so much footage that they really own when you break it down, that they have so much footage that they can continue to add for years, and that they'll always have the up on the other companies is because of the footage they do own. They own like ECW's library. Well, let's break it down to they own ECW's video library, but they don't have everything of ECW, because RF Video also owns ECW's library, from my understanding, on certain stuff. And like mainly the house shows and like basically the whole library, because they had a deal with Paul Heyman. They were the ones that recorded all the stuff and put out all the videos. So they actually own the library themselves too. So they have stuff available to them that's not available to the WWE Network, certainly. But when it comes down to it, you know, they have the ECW, WCW, with all the WCW Nitro, Thunder, pay-per-views, all that. You know, all the WWE, WWF stuff dating back to WWF, AWA, all that, like I was saying, NWA footage. It just comes down to they have so much footage. But the thing I find best about the WWE Network, that I like the most about it, is not necessarily the footage that they already own, but the footage that they have actually put out since they started the network. They have started with like original content, recording documentaries specifically for the WWE Network. They've recorded like shows like the Legends House, and brought a bunch of legends in to live in a house that was kind of like Big Brother, but with the Legends Wrestling Edition a little bit and stuff like that and everything. And just like overall, There's great content that's original content they have. Like Holy Foley, they did one season on that, which was like 10 episodes of them following the Foley family around and Mick Foley and stuff like that. They have I think it's called On the Road is one of my favorites. I haven't watched all the episodes of with the On the Road or whatever it is, but I will say that I do. I've enjoyed the ones that are with like AJ Styles and when Luke Gallows and Anderson were there, are like the one episode that also had Mark Henry and Chris Jericho on there. And basically what it is that they have video cameras inside the vehicle of like, the wrestlers pairing up to travel, and they sit there and like just overall they record footage of what they talk about on the way to where they're going, stuff like that, and they'll like reminisce about certain wrestling stuff or like things going on and everything like that. So it's just overall that's real interesting because I've always found that to be interesting with shoot interview styles and like just hearing those behind the scenes stories from wrestlers or wrestlers telling stories of something that actually happened. So I find stuff like that real interesting to me and I enjoy watching. They also have like Camp WWE, which is like a cartoon. And then I think they have another cartoon on there. I can't remember what it's called. But just like overall, they have great original content and original like documentaries. And they have like documentaries that's like specifically like a future WWE, the FCW story. That was a documentary that was recorded talking about the days of FCW before it basically closed down and became NXT. Like they have, they continuously put out documentaries about like WCW and ECW. They continuously put out documentaries about WCW, ECW, WWF, stuff like that, about behind the scenes stuff and everything. And just like great, like there's one was recently WCW Monday Nitro Top 10 moments. There's like a Sting, the Lost Tapes, and I'm gonna be doing reviews on like all of those. And just overall, they have a great original content section. That's really what I enjoy about the WWE Network is that they have such a large original content that they have put out that it's just more than the wrestling you get. And so to me, in my opinion, it's well worth that $9.99 a month that I'll probably continue to subscribe. This is the first time recently I have subscribed in years to the WWE Network, and back last time I had subscribed years ago, they didn't have half the content then that they have now for original content. And back then, I wouldn't have necessarily said it was as much worth it as what it is now. Obviously, if you're one to follow that, you want to watch the pay-per-views alone, it's well worth the $9.99 price. You get the monthly pay-per-views on it as well. Now, the one problem I do have with it is that, like, WWE owning their own footage, I understand that, like, Raw is on, like, USA or whatever now, or something like that, the USA Network, or whatever TV network it's on. And SmackDown is on this network or whatever, and NXT is on this network or whatever. Now, here's the thing. NXT, when they do NXT, like, it's almost immediately released onto the WWE Network, like any show, that weekly show of NXT and stuff like that. But with Raw and SmackDown, they're actually like a month and a half to 2 months behind that they don't post recent episodes of Raw and SmackDown. I'm guessing it's probably because of some kind of contract that they have with the TV companies, but with them and it being their footage, I would have made within the contract that, hey, I can post to the network within like a week's time, because at that point, if you're going to subscribe for like Raw and SmackDown, you're not getting your money's worth, because you're going to be so far behind that, like, say this week's, you won't be able to watch on the network for at least like another month and a half or 2 months. So, and that factor, they're so far behind, and I think that's really a downfall with WWE and something they need to really look at, because if you're paying for that service, you obviously want to be able to see their weekly shows too. And just in my opinion, it's that I feel that's weird that they're that far behind on actually making that content available. But overall, that $9.99 a month just for the original content itself, in my opinion, would be worth it for me. Anyways, like I said, now we're gonna lead up to another video that is right around the corner. Is going to be the WWE Network versus NJPW, that we'll do a quick review on both sides, stating some of the stuff that's available with the content, maybe some issues, and then if I had to choose, which one would I go with that I would subscribe to. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notifications as soon as all our videos go live. And you guys stay safe out there and have a great day.